Pakistan, what is the role of the development financial institutions in the development of the Pakistan?
Sir, since inception, we have been based on an aid-fueled economy and rather than investment-led economy. So our main focus has always been regarding the aids. They have played a major role. First of all, regarding our budget is formed according to the IMF conditions. First is the major role played by these international donors.
What are the current issues of Pakistan social system?
Currently, if we talk about social system, there are three major issues. It would be, if we see from a gender perspective, it would be patriarchy is one of the major issues. And then also we see moving towards more consumerism in Pakistan. That is the second major issue.
What is Arundhati Roy, Aisha Dilal and Stanley Walford known for?
So they are all authors and they are, I think, talk about resistance and talk about, gives a narrative that is not in accordance with what the state is saying. I mean, they have their own voice in an authoritarian state.
What happens if he issues a fatwa against Pakistani state?
So right now, we have recently signed a ceasefire deal with Afghanistan, with the mediators of Turkey and as well as Qatar. So in such circumstances, when they have close relationships with Turkey as well, I think this is, it would be a little bit of a far-fetched thing to say that he might issue.
Your Fatima and your father is Malik Khalid Saab.
Yes, sir.
Fatima, your basic education is MBA marketing.
Yes, sir.
Say?
IBA Punjab University.
And Fatima, when did you qualify?
2023.
Did you do any job?
Yes, sir.
Where?
I worked in a marketing firm.
What do you mean by horizontal growth?
Sir, exposure in various fields. You work with various kinds of people in various departments, in various fields. That gives you exposure as well. So,
एक्सपोजर तो जब भी आपकी ग्रोथ हो रही होती है, ग्रोथ इज ऑलवेज अपवर्ड.
so vertical growth.
ठीक है ना?
Yes, yes,
हाँ.
sir. So that
अपवर्ड. अब वर्टिकल ग्रोथ किधर होती है? अब ये जो आप बता रही हॉरिजॉन्टल ग्रोथ
so through various departments.
तो वेरियस डिपार्टमेंट कैसे? मुझे इसका फिनोमेना बताओ.
Sir, in civil service, you are exposed to various kinds of people, various kind of departments, and you serve in various capacities as well. So I think that's a means to horizontal growth, while vertical growth deals with the more upward mobility in a job.
What is the role of DFIs in the economic development of Pakistan? I read example.
I'm not aware of it, sir. I'm not aware of the abbreviation that you have used.
Development financial institutions.
Okay. Sir,
ये बड़ी कॉमन है. कोई भी सिविल सर्वेंट रिटायर्ड वो यही इस्तेमाल करेगा.
IFIs, sir.
What are these development financial institutions? First, tell me about them.
Sir, it would be World Bank and maybe IMF as well.
Or
बेटा certainty से
And IFIs as well, the international. Then there's also Islamic Finance Institution as well. And
मैंने आपसे पाकिस्तान का क्वेश्चन किया है कि पाकिस्तान में what is the role of the development financial institutions in the development of the Pakistan?
Sir,
This is my direct question.
Sir, since inception, we have been based on an aid-fueled economy and rather than investment-led economy. So our main focus has always been regarding the aids. They have played a major role. First of all, regarding our budget is formed according to the IMF conditions. First is the major role played by these international donors. Secondly, that the SAPs that they offer, structural adjustment programs, we have to deal with them also in accordance with them. And thirdly,
बेटा मैं देखो ना मेरा आप सवाल को क्यों नहीं समझ. मुझे अब तीसरी दफा ये बात कहनी पड़ रही है. मैंने आपसे रोल पूछा था, आप मुझे कॉम्प्लिकेशन बताने लग गए हैं इसके. कि डेवलपमेंट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस का क्या रोल है पाकिस्तान के अंदर. पहले तो आप बताएं कि व्हाट आर दीज डेवलपमेंट फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस. IMF का रोल क्या है पाकिस्तान के अंदर. एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक का रोल पाकिस्तान के अंदर क्या है. उसके बाद ये आपका वर्ल्ड बैंक का रोल पाकिस्तान के अंदर क्या रहा, इन्होंने कौन कौन से प्रोजेक्ट चलाए, आखिर इतने अरसे से पाकिस्तान को असिस्टेंस दे रहे हैं तो किस किस सेक्टर में दे रहे हैं, किधर जा रहे हैं, आपने तो क्वेश्चन को बिल्कुल उल्टा दिए।
Sir, they are mostly World
चलो
Bank.
ठीक है, ये मैंने आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिया है,
Okay.
इस क्वेश्चन के ऊपर थोड़ा सा आप गौर करें।
Okay,
ठीक
sir,
है?
I'll work on it.
सऊदी पाक इन्वेस्टमेंट है, पाक कुवैत इन्वेस्टमेंट है, पाक ब्रुनाई इन्वेस्टमेंट है, ये सारे
इसमें इवन यूएस एड भी
वो
शामिल
भी शामिल है, ये DFI के सारे।
What are the current issues of Pakistan social system?
Sir, currently, if we talk about social system, there are three major issues. It would be, if we see from a gender perspective, it would be patriarchy is one of the major issues. And then also we see moving towards more consumerism in Pakistan. That is the second major issue. And thirdly, we would say more people are as moving towards more materialistic approach. So they are giving way to more declination of moral values as well, be it corruption and other issues as well. So I would link it to that as well.
What are the root causes of corruption?
Sir, I believe there are three major causes of corruption. One would be regarding the economic issues of Pakistan, I would say, because when
If
people...
I say that rich people are more corrupt than the poor people, then how would you make your argument?
Sir, each to its own capacity, I would say. Wherever one person gets the chance to have a particular side of benefit from a particular thing, they tend to get that benefit. So that is the perception. But I would believe that each opportunity that people get is in accordance with the corruption they are doing. So economically, if we see that again to the three social problems that we have, it more dependent on consumerism and then materialistic approach as well. So I would link it to that issue as well. So that is the major economic issue. And secondly, sir, the unemployment is also a major issue of corruption as well.
Are you impressed by any Muslim political philosopher?
Yes, sir.
Anybody who inspired you?
Sir, I think Al-Farabi was good because he was the first person who studied political science with Islamic amalgamation and gave a proper way to political science. And then he invited the Greek parts also in his
But
philosophy.
Al-Farabi was quite influenced by the Greek philosophers.
Yes, sir. So he was also then relevant to the Western world as well. I think when he integrated those aspects as well, he was more relevant also.
What was the concept of sovereignty in the philosophy of Al-Farabi?
Sir, sovereignty belonged to Allah, but Rasul Awwal was the a person who had the power in his state. And then he also divided states as well, divided cities as well. So I thought he was more diverse in his philosophy other than the other people who were his contemporaries at that time.
But it is generally said that Imam Ghazali opposed all these thoughts. What was the reason?
So he basically said incoherence of all the philosophers, they were not coherent enough. He said that they are based on assumptions and they are not much more critical about the thoughts and more towards an idealistic perspective. And then they negated some parts of the Islam as well according to Al-Ghazali. So he said the basis of everything should be being more critical in everything. You should not accept things as they are. And then he also validated that Islam is not against any sort of philosophy. They are incoherent with each other.
Okay.
So that is why.
Do you think that a state based on the pure fundamental religious beliefs can exist in the modern world?
Sir, I think Iran is one of the examples in which.
Is it existing perfectly in the modern world?
Sir, I think the issue is not whether it's Islamic or not. The issues arises when there is lack of governance, lack of rule of law, or if there's no proper implementation. Islam is based on democratic values and democracy. So if they're
Who says? Who says? How do you say this?
Sir, because
Can you okay, if we take the Muslim democratic system,
yes, sir.
tell me about the Muslim democratic system.
Sir, I would say there are three major pillars in a Muslim democratic society. First would be the establishment of Shura, where everything is done with consultation with each other, and that's the basis of democracy as well.
हमारे पास what is basically मैं आगे नहीं ले जाना चाहता, मैं लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये because आपने मौजू छेड़ दिया है.
Yes.
हमारे नज़दीक सबसे ज़्यादा मुकद्दस पीरियड इस्लाम का जनाब रिसालत माप का है और उसके बाद खुलफाए राशिदीन।
Yes, sir.
ओके, अब आप अगर इस्लामिक डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम की बात करते हैं तो ये जिस प्रिंसिपल्स के ऊपर खुलफाए राशिदीन बनते हैं और वो जिस तरह निज़ाम चलाते हैं
Sure.
तो वो सिस्टम तो एक दूसरे से थोड़ा सा डिफर कर रहा होता है, नज़र आ रहा होता है। तो फिर आप कौन सी डेमोक्रेसी की बात कर रहे हैं?
Sir,
अभी भी हिंट है इसके अंदर एक आपकी बात में, लेकिन आप उस तक आ नहीं रही।
अगर if we talk about democracy, तो सर इवन डेमोक्रेसी के भी डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स होती हैं। कुछ प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म होती है, कुछ पार्लियामेंट्री एज वेल एज प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म। If we see Khulafai Rashidin, some of might be presidential in form, they would have more centralized powers, but would still have a democratic system. While I think same is happening relevant today as well, completely relevant.
Sir,
Fatima, tell me about the three major issues being faced by Pakistani youth.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think right now the major one is economic issues, because lack of employment is one of the major issues that gives birth to mental issues as well and other issues as well. Secondly, would be the education system of Pakistan. They are not in aligned with the international standards. And third issue would say would be consumerism as well. I think that's also a major issue that is pushing the youth towards social media comparisons and leading to more complicated problems in our social system as well.
What are the causes for the drug abusers by
Sorry, sir?
drug abusers?
Yes, sir. It's also it's very common nowadays because of the accessibility and affordability of drugs in Pakistan, and also lack of regulatory mechanisms.
What is the thesis of the second sex, famous book on television?
Sir, it talks about that women in a society is not equal citizen as of men. Women are considered secondary citizens to men in social, economic, and social political sphere as well. So the essence is that men are superior and women are inferior in every perspective. They are as a second citizen of a state rather than being equal to men. That is the crux of the book.
That is not the crux of the book. She has said that men or women are born equal. It is the society which determines their roles and make them inferior as second-rate citizens. That is the thesis.
Yes, sir. She talks about gender stereotypes, that how women are stereotyped in a reproductive role and men in a productive role. And then,
What is your understanding of the terms glass ceilings and glass cliff?
sir, I'm aware of the term glass ceiling, where due to gender, women are not allowed to reach a particular stage, designation, organization, or a particular post in political, economic, or any sphere of life. They are rendered hurdles and obstacles because only she is a woman. That is the glass ceiling concept, and I am not aware of.
Do you think there is enough adequate legislation against the harassment of women in Pakistan?
Sir, there are ambitious laws on paper, but where we lack is the implementation of these laws. There are ample laws. There's anti-harassment laws, cyber laws, then we have honor killing laws, and a lot of other laws on paper. But where we do lack is the implementation of these laws.
Some writers say that this the legislation, like legislation on blasphemy, is being abused by few. What is your take on that?
Sir, I think every law and freedom should have some limitations. Law is fine in its place, but again, the misuse has to be prevented by the law authorities. The 295B and C that you're talking about has been misused by some people for their own agendas or for the submission of minorities. But what we need to be aware of that is that the law should be used in the right manner. The law has no issues. Again, the policies, there's a wide gap between the policies and the
Last
implementation.
question. What is Arundhati Roy, Aisha Dilar, and Stanley Walpert known for?
Sir, they are all authors, and they are, I think, talk about resistance and talk about, gives a narrative that is not in accordance with what the state is saying. I mean, they have their own voice in an authoritarian state. I think
These two ladies have their own.
Arundhati Roy and
What is the speciality of Stanley Walpert?
I think he wrote a book on Jinnah.
Not only on Jinnah.
That I'm aware of, yes.
wrote
He
so
might
many
wrote, yes, that, but I'm aware
He
of the
wrote-
ordinary book.
Wrote biographies of at least six top leaders of subcontinent.
Yes, sir. I'm aware of one.
Sir, thank you.
उसके बाद में
All right.
Yes,
Fatima,
sir.
can you tell us that who is Hibatullah Akhundzada?
So he's an Afghani leader.
Afghani what leader?
So I can't recall his exact designation right
So
now.
he's the supreme leader of Afghanistan.
The head of, yes.
Supreme
Yes.
leader. So he's based out of Kandahar.
Yes.
So there was this debate in Al Jazeera that particular day that what if he issues a fatwa against the Pakistani state, and he has this huge following within Pakistan as well. For example, in areas like erstwhile FATA or Peshawar. So what happens if he issues a fatwa against Pakistani state?
So right now we have recently signed a ceasefire deal with Afghanistan with the mediators of Turkey and as well as Qatar. So in such circumstances, when they have close relationship with Turkey as well, I think this is it would be a little bit of a far-fetched thing to say that he might issue.
What if he issues?
So then we should have a policy regarding that as well. We should deal with it in accordance with that, without religious clerks and all that. So we should devise the policies to counter that.
Okay.
I think in past he has issued a fatwa that attacks on Pakistan are not Islamic. I think he has issued, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, I don't know.
Yes,
Okay,
he
if I ask you to prepare a grand strategy for Pakistan for the next 25 years, what are going to be its key pillars?
Sir, I will focus on 5 major areas. First of all, I would focus on the revision of NFC award so that the center and provinces can have a consensus-based politics and the democracy can prevail in its true sense. Secondly, I would focus on local governments because I think at grassroots level, if there is no governance, Pakistan could not achieve what it was to achieve in the future. Thirdly, I would focus on economy, rather focusing on export-led economy, focusing on small medium industries as well as at large scale manufacturing. Fourth, I will focus on AI. We have an AI policy recently as well, but I think it's the hour of time that we also focus on the implementation of it. And fifth, I would deal with terrorism policy. I think these would be my 5 major policies.
Fatma, can you tell us what is the difference between World Bank and IMF? Their functioning, what do they do mainly?
Sir, IMF basically gives you loans that you have to pay back with interest, while World Bank give you loans that are for development purpose, and
वो भी
IMF for
आपको pay back
restructuring.
करने होते हैं और with
करने-
certain margin देना
But it's
पड़ता
for developmental projects, while IMF focuses on the economic lending of the country.
What do we call IMF? Which a term is used regarding IMF or regarding the Federal Reserve of any country, which was lender of the last resort, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so Fatma, can you tell us that we have been observing this, that China is going to be very squeezed when it comes to the demography, because we are saying that China is going to face this demographic challenge in the future, and which is majorly going to constrain its economic empowerment or economic development. What is this demographic challenge?
So basically, they are facing what one called demographic winter, where the youth population and young population is decreasing at a rising rate. So they are facing that. Then they have reverted back their one child policy as well because of that. So that's the issue they are facing.
And other countries also facing the same problem in the same region. Where is that country?
If I'm not sure,
Where the
maybe Japan?
population of where the demographic
It has a huge aging population.
Japan, I think Japan is that country.
Okay, Fatma, what are the reasons of the decline in the sport of hockey in Pakistan?
So, in Pakistan, despite achievements in hockey, Pakistani government has treated it mainly like a charity rather than a sport, I would say. They have not shown a lot of interest in it because people's interest have not been to that an extent, and also the government has showed the least concern, maybe because of the
Any issues, any administrative issues with finances, issues with training and these things.
Sir, I'm not aware of the exact. perspective on that.
So we basically control in the districts or in the tehsil, we control prices. According to which law these prices are controlled? Which law authorizes the control of the prices?
So I'm not aware of that.
Okay, thank you, ji.